Modern society has become very comfortable with the way things are, and there are powerful forces invested in the preservation of the status quo. But change is inevitable, and it is happening ever more rapidly. While true in history and in business, there is a difference between revolution and evolution. Here we are examining the changes in human settlement patterns. Revolution changes the fundamental direction of lifestyle choices. Evolution incrementally improves the environment surrounding these choices. Homo sapiens appeared on Earth 230,000 years ago. Modern man appeared 90,000 years ago. It took 140,000 years for modern man to evolve once Homo sapiens were first identified. Early man was a nomad who wandered the earth hunting animals and gathering fruits and berries. They lived in caves, functioned as family units, and were at the mercy of nature and predators. From throwing rocks and using clubs, they evolved to fashioning stone tools and other rudimentary implements. It took 50,000 years to build humanity's first house. It took 80,000 years before human settlement patterns emerged. It was not until the last ice age ended that the first revolution in human development occurred. When the earth began to warm about 10,000 years ago, the nomadic lifestyle ended as man began the cultivation of crops and the domestication of animals. The first permanent human settlements appeared. Shifting from Stone Age tools to tools that enhance human productivity, civilization began to appear with armies and public works. Rome, Egypt, China, feudalism, city-states, etc., saw great evolution including writing, law, mathematics, architecture, metallurgy, astronomy, music, and art. Production became concentrated at the hands of home-based craftsmen, but the dominant occupation remained based upon agriculture and trade. This continued until the invention of electricity. It took another 10,000 years to move man off land and into the city. The Industrial Revolution began in about 1880 and changed the work environment from the farmer/craftsman to the assembly line, where they were cogs in the process and moved to the city. Steam locomotives had created small towns every 10 miles, as they needed to be resupplied with water and fuel, and these towns grew as the number of farmers grew. As machinery improved, fewer farmers were needed and the only jobs were in the city, where the population became concentrated. Small towns began to fail. Life in the assembly lines had changed a great deal from the pollution and crowding of its early years. However, the 8-to-5 workday maintains many similar characteristics. Regardless, the Industrial Revolution gave way to the Age of Choice. It took a mere 140 years before the next human settlement revolution. With information and communication technologies, a new concept in human settlement is beginning: the freedom of residential choice. It changes the old real estate slogan of location, location, location to access, lifestyle, and vision. Smart Regions redefines a region, re-engages the community, addresses congestion, addresses climate change, integrates the urban-rural economies, and equalizes access and opportunity. Today, rural-urban technology can be seen clearly, as if you look at North and South Korea at night. Smart regions will stabilize the urban areas and expand rural areas with the three components of the distributed city model: community alliance, community telecenter network, and regional transit network. The Workforce Virtualization Program brings the power of strategic telework to enhance an employer's fiscal and operational condition. Deployment Partnership applies the Workforce Program to regional planning for forecast and infrastructure planning. Virtual Transportation Management Organization supports the employers and the region in congestion management and develops the suite of telecommuting applications. The data developed by Smart Cities movement is incorporated into the regional monitor. With leadership from across the SMART region, the Regional Virtualization Action Plan is launched to develop a long-term vision and policies, an historic first. As these components mature, the three elements of the distributed city model is launched to begin the urban-rural economic integration process with telecenter network, regional transit, and community alliance. As the suite of telecommuting applications are developed throughout the SMART region, the system begins to bring the SMART region together. As the trade centers collaborate with the small towns in their service area, the suite of community design provides another set of tools at the community level. By now, standards and profiles are emerging so that the regional monitor can begin illustrating trends and confirming or changing policies to fine-tune the system. The Tech Trek conference that identifies community issues and defines and applies the community's own solution to them continues the evolution of the SMART region to make it responsive and effective in the global marketplace. In order to hold the public and private sectors accountable, the Consensus and Accountability Forum is launched to structure community input, feedback, and recommendations. Change has been one of the constants in the evolution of the human condition. No matter how comfortable our species has become, no matter how hard we try to keep things just the way they are, some revolutionary force appears, and there is a significant change that moves us to the next level.